Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. Gorilla Guitar Repair here. Let's see what we got today. It's already on the bench. This interesting guitar, look at that. You guys ever seen these before? What is it? This is a 1973, I believe, Gibson SG2, the Duo or the Deuce, for more reasons than just the name. So this thing's got some issues. We're going to take a look, tear it all apart, even more than it already is. See, it's got the Bluetooth strings on it right now. Stay tuned. This is going to be interesting. See ya! All right, we'll give you guys a walk around on this interesting old Gibson. But first, we need to power on vintage lumens generator with custom red subscribe button. Nailed it! You guys do the same. I really do appreciate it. If you guys want to see more videos like this, I got tons and tons in my back catalog. So subscribe for new, check back for old. All right. So back to the guitar on the bench. I do like SGs, and I do like brown SGs. This is really dark. I don't even know if I'd call it walnut. It's even darker than walnut. I'm not even sure what the material is. Probably mahogany, but I don't know. It's gonna stay. All right, we'll flip it over and let you guys take a look. Yeah, boy, it's really, really dark. I'm gonna say it's probably mahogany. And look at that giant volute on that thing. It's a skinny little neck and a big old volute. That's so your hand don't come flying off and punch yourself in the face. That's the tail end to another joke. Tell me the beginning part in the comments. But the issue with this is that the neck angle, she's no good. It's really, really bad here. Let's get a, oops. Whoa, I'm dropping everything. I need my straight edge. Here, let's put this on here. So that's right on the neck there. And that's where it's lining up. That's where it should be. And it's just, it's not good. Yeah, I mean, if you sight down this neck, you can just see that the strings would be really, really too high. Sighting it, basically the plane of the fingerboard is hitting right at these screws. This is as low as it can go. Couple of options that, you know, might be possible. I'm gonna look under those oops rings. See the oops rings? This is a Gibson thing from this era. See those? They call them oops rings. But yeah, I'm gonna look under there, and wow, it's funny, the color got all better focused with the zoom. This phone is so horrible. Sorry, I accidentally shut the phone off. Why is this so, are these locking? Those locking studs? Maybe this is a problem. Maybe they put, ooh, this could be, because to be quite honest with you guys, they sent this over saying it needed a neck reset, and I'm totally willing to do that. But if these are the wrong studs on this, I don't know if these came, I doubt very much that this came with locking studs back in the day. So let's take a look under there. Oof, that's why they called them oops rings, huh? Look at that mess. But maybe we can avoid having to do a neck reset if I use regular studs. I know you guys want to see me tear this thing apart. Ugh, that is some quality workmanship there. Let's see what happens if I lay this, because that's as low as it's possibly going to go. You know, that would probably work if that sat right down on the guitar. So let's see about, I was all in for doing a neck reset, but I'm also all in for not damaging finish. It's as you can see a little bit here, I'll just swing up a little bit. It's not like the neck angle has changed. What often happens with these guitars is the whole thing kind of does one of these things, just bows in the middle. Is that happening here? I mean, the neck actually looks good, so I don't know. It's an actual Leo Kwan Badass series, which were decent enough bridges. let's see, this stud here looks like it is definitely sitting lower than this one, which is almost sitting flush to the top. I'm wondering if we can just maybe tap this down and get this bridge to sit right on the guitar, and if that'll work. Because again, I'm all in for doing a neck reset if it needs it, but if it doesn't need it, it's going to save a lot of time, aggravation, and money. Let's see here. Let me find some actual Gibson studs for this thing. All right, so I found some what I think are thought to be were some suitable. Yuck. All right, we're going in. We're going in. I'm sick of wish-washing here. Should I? Shouldn't I? Just do it. That's what you guys saying, right? It's like, just do it. Okay, we're gonna end up. We'll use these. I wish somebody hadn't cut them this short, but they'll work. We'll reinforce those studs, and I don't need you anymore. Yep, wasting strings. Wasting strings. Okay. Okay, so after all that, we are going to take this neck off of this here guitar. Let's put our stuff up out of the way, because this is going to be tricky. All right, we need to fire on our soldering iron, and that's definitely not the original strap button for this, but we'll set it over here with other parts and pieces. And let's see, let's get this thing prepped. Mobosh. They should have never put this pick. Why? Why? That looks so stupid. But of course, now they did it like that, so you have to, or there's 3 screws. I've been smart, break that old pick guard. Yeah, 3 screws on these little rubber standoff or plastic standoff things. So if you don't want a pick guard, which would look way better without it, right? Am I right? You're left with these imprints from those plastic standoffs and the screw holes. All right, well, we're waiting for that to warm up. I think I'm gonna at least. Oh, good. I was hoping to encounter some strip screws also. Why? Come on. That's not me doing that, by the way. That's someone else already, or Gibson did it. Okay, we're gonna gently lift up while we're. Come on. Why does this have to be? Why does it have to be hard? That's not what she said. Are they all rusty? No, they're just junk screws. Okay, that one's up enough. There we go. I'll replug those after. Let's see what kind of pickups these are. These are Patnos. We got some vintage Patnos. Here you go, see? Ooh. Vintage Patnos. Okay, can we see where the, I think we can see where the tenon is on this, maybe? Maybe not. I might have to use the force. All right, let's move you guys back, and that, and I'm gonna get my old guy glasses out and try to get a really good look at this thing. Huh. Eesh. I'm not exactly sure where the tenon is on that. Usually they're about, Gibson tenons are about that wide. And what I usually do is I'll drill a hole here, here, and then here and here. And that usually hits the tail of the tenon, and then I want it on the front joint. So let's start there. You guys ever take apart electric guitar neck joint before? I've done it on, let's see, I've done it on a Les Paul. I think a Les Paul. I've for sure done it on an Explorer and another SG. It was a similar situation like this, but that one was already kind of half broke. Oh no, I don't need solder on this. What am I thinking? What am I thinking? We're not doing a full refret. Don't need the solder. We're gonna yank this fret. These are big old frets on here. Big old frets. Easy to grab. There we go, that one. And we're gonna do this one. These are not the tightest frets in the world anyway, so coming out nice and easy. There we go. I saw something on one of the Facey Spacey groups where someone was saying, help, I'm chipping up this old board. I can't get frets out without chips. Heat, heat, heat. And look at that, no chippy chips. It melts all the old glue and it makes the wood pliable. Okay, what do I want to do with this pickup? Let's put some toothpicks down in those holes for right now. That way we hopefully won't deal with all the strip screws again. Okay, that's, yeah, I know. I'm supposed to use, you know, a glue made from unicorn tears to glue those things in and not just use a toothpick because reasons. Come on, come on. These screws are awful. We're gonna change these. These are really, really terrible. For right now, that'll do. Okay, next. We're gonna take our long bit that I use for acoustic neck resets. It's about as, put that on my safety tape. This one's gonna need safety tape in another spot. So let's get some more tape out, because we do not want to go too deep. Also, what she probably didn't say, down to about, I think there, will be about as deep as we want to go. Now blowing out the back, don't want to do that. In fact, I might adjust this a little more downward. Okay, let's see if we can hit that joint. Come on, cooperate. So I'm going to guesstimate it's probably right around there. It's probably straight down. Oop, yep. Nailed it. I felt it. There's a pocket there. Yep. All right. So now we'll do the same right up here. The idea is to be along the front edge. Okay. Oh, yeah, there was definitely a pocket there. Good. Good. This is going splendidly. All right, now, let's see. I'm going to fire up my this thing here. I know you guys see this here. It's not just for, actually, I don't think this thing has ever made coffee once. This is what we use to disassemble acoustic guitar necks. And now this here SG neck. This is a espresso machine. I think I got this at Kohl's on clearance way back when. And, you know, the StewMac Gizmo is what, a few $100s. This is on sale for, I think, 40 bucks. This is some high temperature gas line or something, I think. And this was like, I don't know, a couple of dollars at AutoZone. And then we have a standard like basketball inflator needle. The long ones, you can get longer ones. It's better for acoustics with the longer ones, but this one works fine. This one actually will work better in this application. So we need some water. Where's my cup? I lost my, oh, that's right, I broke it. Let's go get some water. And pro tip: use water that's already hot, and it'll be a lot more faster. Look at that, one-handed. You guys are so impressed. All right, that's probably good. Maybe not. Maybe not. Come on. A little more. Little more. There we go. That's good. Okay. This will still take a minute or so. I wonder if I have any water in there. Usually this thing's just about on empty. Hot, hot. My hand is getting burned. Oh, that was too much. Oh, man. Oh, well. Whatever. Send it. It's just going to pee out a lot of water. And let that warm up. And what you do is you take and put a trash can below it. I usually have lots and lots of paper towels and rags in there, so it's fine. And we're going to wait. I'm going to drink some more coffee. And then when we're waiting for that, let's get our vise prepped. You guys can see the whole operation. I know you've been dying to see me take apart an electric guitar like this. Here's another reason why I love this parrot vise. Watch this. Ready? Like this. Like that. And this way. I wanted this. There. How you like that, huh? And tighten this up. I added this part to keep it nice and tight. Put a brass slug behind there. Otherwise, it doesn't stay tight enough. I like doing neck resets up in the air like this. Bonus tip is take a rag. I do this on my acoustic guitars, and this way it keeps water from running all up the neck, getting in the tuning machines. All right, the thing's bubbling. We're gonna this thing's starting to drip. I'll let it go for a minute because it's got to push a lot of water out that tube because I overfilled it. But I'll pause and we'll come back when it's ready to go. So, all right, we got an angry dragon down here. Okay, look at that. So let's start here, see what happens. Nope. There we go. Oh yeah, I can already see water coming out there. There we are. Okay, I also keep the air gun on low. What this does is it lets the finish not get blushed. I'm gonna time lapse this. This might take a minute. Or not. It seems to be going pretty all right. There we go. That may be the answer right there. There we go. All right, we are apart. What do you guys think? Ready? Here it comes. There we go. Yeah. Nailed it. Did we damage anything? Not really. A little bit of finish damage there. A little bit. I mean, you're going to get a little bit. All right. Okay. Well, let's try that off real quick. Okay. A little bit of water managed to get under the pickup. So let's get that out of there before it causes any damage. We don't want bonus damage. Oh yeah, a little bit. And water won't cause any damage if you clean it up quickly. A little bit of blushing here, but see the rag prevented, come on, off. Prevented it from going any farther. I was a little inaccurate on these outside holes, but it was enough to get this part to soften up. So that's still, I'm going to take it as a win. Oh yeah, you guys aren't seeing it. So I missed on the back two, but I got it on the front two. You see there's really not a lot holding this together. This was not wood to wood on the bottom. You can see the pool of glue. So there was no contact there. And basically it was just held there and on the sides. Guess that's what you call a short tenon, huh? Okay, that came off easier than I'd hoped. Way easier than that Explorer I did. That was a bear. That took lots and lots of steam and pulling and clamping and swearing. All right. So, I don't know if this was, I suppose this could have been, I don't see how I could have caused that to bubble up, but maybe that happened. It's just, hopefully it's not like coming apart at the seams and other spots. That would suck. I don't think so. I might have caused that little bit of wrinkling there, but you know, is what it is. All right, back you guys up a little bit. Look at that nut. Just look at that. That's so off center. I can't believe someone would glue that in and be like, yeah, that's cool. I like it. Okay. Oh, I definitely blew some chunks of sawdust into my water. That's not cool. All right, now we're going to give this a minute to, it's actually pretty dry already, but the wood fibers to calm down. This is not the greatest neck joint in the world. That is faux show. All right, and there's no contact up front here. And no wonder this thing was starting to shift. Okay, hopefully, what I'm thinking I might try to do, since there's definitely room here, I think I might take a block and try to like angle this back down a little bit and get it that way. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I'm going to use this screw hole as a clamp, so I'm going to plug that hole and redo it. So let's get a dowel in there for right now with some super glue. All right, let's get that away from the guitar. This might splatter a little bit. I'm gonna super glue this here hole and hammer this in here. All right, there. That way I can re-drill the hole and not have it end up in the same place and knock my angle out of alignment. I don't want to mess with the front edge as little as possible, because you can very easily get this thing to go sideways all wonky like. I might just clean up the glue and put it back together and see where it lands at that point, because it might have just shifted enough to make the action too high. Now that we re-glue it, it could be all good. I may even, I'm thinking about epoxying it in. If you do that though, you got one shot to do it, and if you don't do it, you're all done. All right, I'm gonna clean all this out. This is nothing but boring sanding and chiseling. So we'll just pause. We'll just take a break for a minute. I'll do that. You guys go, talk amongst yourselves, and we'll be right back. It'll be all clean when you guys come back. All right, so I've got this joint just about clean, but I noticed something. Check this out. See all this? That is wood filler. So this gap was there from the factory, and they just filled it And I'll bet you if I clean out that, and also look here, see it right there too at the end of that, it's all filled with wood filler. And what I'm going to do is scrape all that out very carefully, because again, I don't see wood filler along these walls, so that's good. But this would definitely cause the neck angle to be kicked forward too much. Just enough, actually, just enough to be too much. So I thought I'd just fill you guys in on that part, and let's see, maybe I'll just, yeah, I'll keep the camera on and just time lapse this part out of me cleaning this crap out of there. Then we'll do some test fittings, see if we can get it back together, see how it looks, throw a clamp on it, and hopefully this will be actually an easy fix, because if I get that wood filler out of there, I bet it'll be good. All right, let's hope. All right, 24 hours have passed. Let's see how it came out. I'm hopeful. All right, let's get off of there. Okay, oop, knocking things over. Get over here. And I think we might have succeeded. I think we're good. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, let you guys take a look. Take a look-see. Now, I think we can get that bridge up off the body, which is how I wanted this to work. Let's see. This thing was pretty jacked. We're gonna need to do a little, I might put some lacquer in along that edge, or I might just leave it. I don't know, we'll see. Little bit of crackage happening there. It's a little bit of a ledge, but it seems to be even on both sides, so that's okay. Put the frets back in, and we'll get some hot water, and we'll clean up all this glue mess. And then I think it seems pretty rugged. We gotta fix that nut. Somebody misnutted. Look at that. Look how off center that is. Good job, whoever did this last. I don't think I can blame this on Gibson, but somebody, that's a no good. All right, let's get some hot water. We'll take that pickup back out of there. Let's do that first. We're gonna need some wash. Trigger warning. Okay, there we go. Oh, see some chunks down in there. Let's get rid of those. Tone dust. I need some hot water. Pause. Boom. All right. Let's clean up this glue. And I know I said I thought this was mahogany originally. It is not. I don't know what kind of wood this is, but it's fairly soft. I mean, it almost has the properties of pine. I don't think it's pine, but it's not what I would call a hard wood. Not that mahogany's all that hard, but this stuff was, it fuzzed up when I sanded on it, and it really had the properties of pine. And you guys know exactly what they used in this fine old guitar. Screw back in there to hold that in place. Actually, I think it's good. You can just put this back together. I don't think I need to get back down in there for anything. I'm gonna hand tighten those because again, this wood is super soft. All right, that'll hold it for now. Look at that mess, huh? Ew. even flexing it cracked some of the finish along here. The neck probably is mahogany, but whatever this body is, I don't know. Oh man, I saw somebody, speaking of Gibsons, somebody on one of the Facey Spacey groups was all proud of himself that he had this router jig that had a carved an acoustic guitar bridge backwards, and he shows you up close, and it wasn't a nice little jig that he made up, which is cool, and that's all good, but as he did a wider angle shot, you could see that there was just cracks and splits, and the top had dipped, and it's like, dude, hydrate first before you get the tools out. So basically this dude took a dried out guitar and carved the snot out of the bridge to compensate for the fact that it was pulling up in the rear and dipping down in the middle because it was dehydrated. My old guitar teacher and technician, he taught me a lot of this stuff. Wally, he had a good expression. He said, in some hands, all wood is an endangered species, or in some builders, something like that. I know, I'm just blabbing, but now I think we're ready to drill out that strap button. That'll give us some added reinforcements. Yeah, that came out nice and tight. That's not bad. It's actually not much worse than the Gibson factory job. In fact, I've seen some where they're more chipped out than that, but it'll be fairly obvious that it's been worked on, but that's all right. It's not like this is a 59 burst or anything. Okay, where are my frets? What do I do with my frets? All right, we got our parts, pick guard, strings. I guess I can get my water out of the way so I don't spill it or accidentally think it's my coffee and drink it. I once was doing this and dipped my nasty dirty rag right into my coffee cup because I thought it was, it was morning. It wasn't. So yeah, that wasn't good. I didn't drink it though after that. I thought about it, but okay. Frets back out and clear out those slots. Oh yeah, that seems fine. Just checking if there's glue chunks or whatever in there. And give the bottoms a good scraping. Frets on this were fine, so I really don't want to have to refretify the whole thing. Let's see, and I did this with the frets. You try to keep them oriented in the same way, and they'll go back in without chips. So which way did I have this? I think that was that one. That was that. Yep, good. Okay, so get that off of there. Oh, don't drop it. I've done that before. Then drop it right on the floor and forget which way they were facing. Oh, let's try not to do that. That one's got a little bit of solder on it, but I think it'll come right off of there. Get in there. Where's my... Okay, come on now. There we go. A little tap, tap, tap there. Make sure that feels pretty even. Is that the one I want? That'll do. Set that down on the bench so I can get a good solid smack. Alright, that's nice. And that one also. That actually I could feel it went right into its old slot. Okay, I'm also gonna do a little super gluing. This one I can see I guess I can see the holes a little bit there. And here's a little trick. I've showed this before, but usually it's on acoustics. Nobody watches those videos. But when you have to pull a fret out and get a drill under it, a lot of guys will keep a bag of, or a bin of sawdust around so they can fill it in the holes. You don't need to do that. Every guitar comes with its own sawdust. Watch this. See, just go like that, like that, like that, and kind of smoosh it down there with your finger. And that. This way you get the exact right color, and it's nice and fine because it's scraped with a razor blade. There we go. Oh my! Uh-oh. Now that'll work. Tip broke off my pipette. Just kind of do a little bit of super glue right there, there. It also locks the fret down because as good as it fits in that old slot, you still gotta glue her in. You glue in all your frets. You guys know my position on glue and frets. Do it or you're lazy and kind of hacky. There we go. All right. Some accelerator. Oop, that's almost out. All right, give that a second. All right, now take a chisel if it'll fit in there and just kind of get the edges like that. You can get the rest with a razor blade. That one. That's, so you don't need to have the chisel flat against the board. Just enough to get it away from the fret a little bit. And then again, be careful not to gouge. It's easy to gouge a board. And then you see a mark, and if it's really bad, you got to do this whole procedure over again. There we go. Come out. Let's see, there we go. There it is. Now we'll take our razor blade again, which, it's still fairly sharp. Usually want a nice sharp blade for doing this. And also sometimes, there we go, get under the glue. See if I can get in it like that. All right. That one looks good. Big chunk of glue right there. Let's see if I can lift it right up. There we go. Again, careful not to gouge. I really should use a new blade to do this, but I think we're good. Oh, still a little chunk there. Got it. Get out of there. Get out. All right. I think that looks good. This one needs a little bit of sanding. Oh, actually, looking down there, you wouldn't even be able to tell I pulled that. Okay, let's see if I can clean up that solder without having to use the fret file. Oh yeah, solder is very soft, so it'll just polish off just fine. There we go, all gone. Maybe a little bit on that one. I need my, where's my other guard? There it is. Okay. I might do a really light leveling. Let's check. I gotta get the ends there, but let's see if those are even. Get our fret rocker. Oh yeah. Oh, a little clicky. Oh, a little clicky. So we should, yep, do a little very light fret leveling. Yep. There's probably others that need some attention. First, let's take our auger bit file. Oop, stay, don't fall over. Let's get those ends a little bit. Cool, that's good. This side a little bit. Nice. We'll use our beat up old drywall sponges to kind of smooth the edges over some more. And as long as we're going to do some fret levelage, let's knock this nut out of there because we don't need that anymore. This kind of looks like it's the original, so it'd be nice if I didn't break it. Oh yeah, comes right out. All right. Okay. Flatten down that bottom. Get whatever little bit of glue is on there off there. That's good. There, that'll do. Front face. Good enough. Yeah, that looks original. See if we can reuse it. And let's see if there's a bunch of glue up against that. A little bit. Not too bad. Yep, right there. Come off. There we go. All right. Is the right size? Kind of. Maybe just... these things are always like just the wrong size. I wish StewMac would make these specifically for guitars, because they almost never fit. The Fender one fits, but none of the other ones really fit. And they should make an angled one for Martins. You know how Martins are kind of like that and not 90. But let's not worry about that for right now. We'll do a little bit of levelage. You guys have seen all that lots of times. But so get my block. We'll level this out, and I'll come back to you when it's time to put some strings on. There might be some people coming in by then. And if there are, that's cool. And if you guys want me to work on your cool old broken stuff, give us a call down here at The Music Techs, 603-625-6110 in Manchester, Hampshire. Stop in if you're local. We did have someone else, a viewer, drop off a guitar. I think it's another SG styled thing, and I think I'll do a video on that coming up, maybe tomorrow or the next day. But yeah, we definitely appreciate your business. If you do call the shop about, fixing stuff, keep it about fixing stuff, not about YouTube videos, because my front counter people, they just don't know. So it's, they then have to come back and get me, and it just, if you want to talk about YouTube stuff, that's cool. You can email me, you can message me. I'm on all the social medias. But again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It's right down there. Do it, do it, do it. And we'll see you guys at the next part, the stringing or the tone testing or whatever. But see ya. All right, frets have been leveled, boards been polished. Look how shiny, so shiny. Look at that. All right, let's get these back on there and put our nut right back up in there. I think we'll be ready to string her up. Let's get you guys in the other holder. So pause. Okay, let's clean this board off with our totally not naphtha. Scrub. Go. A little feeding wax. Okay. let that sink in for a minute. And pick up my mess while I'm doing that. Oh, I should probably, is it bad? I might go buff out this if it's really nasty, but if it's like matches the aesthetic of the guitar, and we'll just leave it. Don't break it, don't break it, don't want to break it. Yeah, you know, it kind of goes along with the guitar itself, so I'm not going to make this all super shiny. I should have put it just flat. It doesn't need to be up in the air, but we'll do it how they had it. Where are the parts and pieces? There's my parts and pieces. That's so silly. Right, let's see if I can get this to stay on there without these things falling on the floor and getting lost. I'll try these two first. I think I can sneak the other one in after. Sorry, I know you guys love the hairy arm view. Get in there. Okay, started. Start. There we go. Now we'll get this one in there. Maybe. Come on. There. There. Got it. Nope, missed it. Jerk. These things are like those horrible Rickenbacker things. Which I know that's not very specific because most things on Rickenbackers are horrible. Alright, where's the wash? There we go. Definitely want to hand tighten those. Okay. That's, and tighten these down. Okay, did I take, I don't think I took this one out, did I? I don't remember. Those are all good. All right, we've got enough time in that. Get that ready to go. All right, I'll give it a quick clean out. Oh yeah, I want to put some new double stick tape on those oops rings. Let's unlock this. This is what happens with these. People try to tighten those, and they often break these things because they don't know that the tops come off. But yeah, get those out of my way. Easier without those in the way. Okay. Oh, that's what I want to do. That's what I want to do. I want to seal these rings, or these stud mounts in there. I'm gonna get a new pipette because that seems dangerous with that kind. Okay, we got a fresh pipette loaded up with some thin glue. And now we're gonna just put this around the edges just so this thing can't wander around on us. That. And on this side as well. And so if you ever want to take these back out, you can, but you got to use heat to do it. And just be real careful about getting it on the threads. And you're going to have a real bad day. All right, that's good enough. And that will dry while I'm doing this. We're going to take these and take some double-sided tape here. Just do this, like that, like that. And, oh, come on, cut. This blade is, oh, I gotta order more of these. Keep forgetting to do that. Let's just cut these out. All right, I did a quick buffing, got rid of most of that scratch, at least, you know, took the curse off of it. I don't mind a little play wear, but that was just a stupid mark that somebody put on there. And they tried to get a wrench underneath those studs because they were sitting way too low. But now we are ready. I think. Clean off that stock. All right. Let's load up our bridge. Get our nut ready. Oh, put that strap button back in there because that's good reinforcement. That'll do. That's what I want. That's the one. Here we go. There we are. Good. Very good. Now let's put some strings on that thing. Oh, don't need that tape anymore. Yeah, throw it right on the floor. Couldn't hit the trash can that's literally right next to me. All right. I often do these backwards because I'm thinking backwards and then I overthink it. But I don't think we're going to do that today. Said I really hope this thing stays together. Sorry, I was talking during the part that I'm most likely going to time lapse. There. There. Now, what do you guys think? I think it came out. I'm hoping it came out good because I really don't want to redo this. That would be really bad. Let's tighten this up just a little bit, kind of a neutral area. These locking studs really are awesome for guitars that tend to have a tilting forward. I know a lot of old juniors do that. I know they're not original, but they work way better, especially if you're not getting good contact. Okay, let's move you guys over here. Hang up some of this junk. I'm probably gonna need that again, but let's get it out of my way for right now. Not gonna need that, not gonna need that. All right, put our nut in place. Hopefully the slots are all good. Otherwise, we're gonna have to make us a new one. Don't really want to have to do that, but we'll do what we gotta do, right? Right. Okay, we're gonna get these two strings on there and kind of dial in where I want the tailpiece to sit. Now we're gonna need some more Bosch. Oh, before I do that, these tuners, they look cool, but usually they're not so great. So we're gonna put some lube all up in there, because lube makes everything better. There we go. Okay. Oop, string alignment correct. There we go. Okay. We're looking good so far. Action might be just about I need to go up a little bit on that side. But now we got the room to do it. Where is it? I need a big screwdriver. It'll come down back on this side. So I just gently loosen up those a little bit. Now we can get under there. I'll try and get it with my spanner wrench. That would be really handy. I think when you buy these studs, they give you the little wrench, but nobody ever keeps it. I should have measured the size before I put this back on there. That would have been the smart thing to do. But why start doing smart things now? Of course, somebody has done these all up. And what is it? 12? So that's how that wrench mark got there. Is it a 12? I can't quite tell. That's the one drawback to these things. Oh, this might be better. Nice and flat. Where's the spot? Oh no, it's smaller. It's smaller. Come on, really? It's an 11. It's not an 11. You're not. The 12 will work good enough. That side looks okay. Let's bring this side up again. That one wasn't even. I should have noticed that. That was dumb. There. Let's try that. This is tightening. Oh, it was almost tightened by raising the other part up. Okay. That looks better. Maybe not. Okay, there's a little back boat. I think we're good. Let's put the rest on and see where, well, chickens. Let's see if this thing even works. I don't even think I plugged it in. Oh man, really? Oh. Okay. Oh. I guess it helped if it wasn't 3 feet away from the strings. Ooh, hopefully I got enough screw. Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna get it. And of course, like typical SGs, the pickups don't sit perfectly parallel to the strings. Wow, those are... Ugh, I hope that's how they're supposed to be. And not dead pickups, that would be a bummer. Really? That one doesn't sound very good. A little flat. All right, that's fine. We can bring that back a little bit. I think our actions, yeah. That nut, I think, is probably too low. Of course it is. I bet somebody dropped the nut slots way down to compensate for the poor angle. Perfect. So that's not... Yeah, because that works there. Let's string it up, see what we get. Maybe that E string is just low and I can fill the slot.